It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dáyàrí Mayegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Mayegun dáyàrí Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dáyàrí Mayegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share the broadcast, read the caption, read the description as well. Like the broadcast and possibly share it if you haven't. Then sit back. DSS don't raise alarm. They said the plan or the plot for interim government in Nigeria is real. I am here to tell you, if it is real, they are the one behind it. I'll take you through that.
Godfatherism, Ani, Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dáyàrí, Mayegun Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn
Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends, and just tell them Mayegun is live. Oh, Mayegun today.
Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Ani ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
Start. How are you? Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And of course, this is Mayegun live. Tonight, we want to address the breaking news that is coming from the Dokpemu Stupid Service, DSS. That is now kind of a switching into one of the bulldogs, the willing tools that Kolu is still going to deploy. But do you know why they are raising the alarm at this point? Many suspicion, many theories, but there are practicable ones that are presentable enough. I'm going to share that with you tonight. After this old charade of 2023 charade election, they might have been kind of telling you or giving you an impression, right, that it's over. I mean, people are just going to complain, they're just going to protest, and they're just going to probably just move on and all that. That is denial. But here is something that cannot be denied. The 2023 electoral charade was so badly organized that one man was able to use his own illegally amassed wealth, including drug money, to beat the entire establishment in Nigeria and make himself the presidiot select. This didn't go down well with a lot of people, and they do know that. It was like he beat them, all of them, including the system in Nigeria. How did he do that? Now, the consequences of all of that is the divided country, as well as a country that is tilting towards anarchy. However, they said, if you lost, go to court. That became a very popular phrase. Go to court. Go to court. Now, going to court has also kind of opened up a kind of a new vista into all of this political drama as we speak. Because Tinubu is somebody who has control over almost every institution in Nigeria. Surprise? No, don't be. Every one of them has a price. And Tinubu, a cheerful thief. Just name your price. Whatever money cannot do. Of course, more money will do it. Now, it is a different thing to rig an election. Okay? And then it is another different ball game, right? To get the entire country to put that behind them. That's another one. The different ball game is this is after elections. How is the rest of the world going to see you as a people? Now, the charade of 2023 now produced a man that was convicted of drug running, money laundering in America. So one of the reasons why some felt like, or probably didn't see this coming, so they didn't put much pressure or didn't do much, is that Kolu as president of Nigeria is such a bad news that even all of you who are all over the world trying to make ends meet, do your own legit, you would have to carry that toga of a citizen of a Narco State. It is not a good feeling. And it is actually not a good thing at all. So Kolu generally to Nigerians and to the rest of the world is a total bad news. It was so bad that the UK government that congratulated Kolu, they had to reverse it quickly, realizing what they have done. America, one of the top trading partner with Nigeria, they couldn't sum up courage to say congratulations to your winner. All these are not good. Then back in Nigeria, it's not over. From Rivers to Edo, from Edo to Abuja, Abuja to Abeokuta, from Abeokuta, straight to Zamfara, to Nasarawa, to Kaduna, to Kogi, to Benue, to Enugu, Ebonyi. All the places that people lost their lives simply because they were trying to participate in Nigeria elections. Then at the end of the day, they got rigged, brutalized, killed by PDP, APC. Now, from north to south, west to east, there are demands that this charade must end, and it cannot stand. Now, this is something that they now put together as ingredients of a possible anarchy in Nigeria, a coup, or interim government. But before you get there, before you get a little bit distracted, now let's kind of understand how these criminals work. Whenever APC, or whenever the government under the APC, whenever they raise an alarm on something, listen to me, from experience, yeah, they are actually the one doing it. But they will raise alarm. Some people, so that you can begin to say, is it because they lost election? Now these people are planning to overthrow government. These people are planning to stop Kolu. Remember, go to court means if you are not satisfied with the process. Now, with the level of what happened, and so far so good with even with INEC, you see the result they declare, Abi? If you take your time, 2 days, just 2 days, spend 2 days, right? And go through all the results, word by word, local government by the one they uploaded right now. Tinubu is losing. That's what people are like. What kind of a joke is this? Like, what is the mission of Yakubu? Tinubu scored 8.7 million, declared by INEC, Abi. Atif could score 6.9 million, as INEC declared, Abi. Obi scored 6.1 million, as INEC declared. And then Kwakwanso scored 1.4 million by Mahmoud. If you have time, please, in your own spare time, just go onto the IRF stuff. And you'll be so alarmed, like, what is going on? Like, what's going on? So all of these are pointing to one thing. There is possibility of an annulment. So what would they do if there is a threat of an annulment? If they can't, I'm just saying if, I'm not saying yet. So I said, if they can't manipulate the courts this time around based on the pressure from everywhere, that means they might actually lose the power, right? And the whole country is what it is right now. What if we begin to have our own plan B? The only people who have the capacity to rig elections in Nigeria, they are PDP and APC. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. They are those who have the capacity, the resources, the money, including buying the security, including buying the INEC. So, the two of them, as we speak, they are just like a bed of, two wing of a bird, in a way. So, which means the Obian is the people. They are those who pose the real threat in a way that could turn the entire world, the whole universe, against them and put so much pressure on the already kind of compromised system to possibly just mistakenly flip. And if that should happen, that's going to be like a generational change. It's going to change almost everything, and they won't let that. So what do we do? They are also the same people who have the capacity to what? To organize school. PDP, APC, they are the people who have the capacity to organize school. They are the people who have the capacity to start putting together among themselves like they did in 1993, where from the blues, from nowhere, Sheu was announced as the interim national government president or head of state of Nigeria, remember? So, if APC come out and say, some people, who are the some people? In your own opinion, who do you think are the some people? When they brought in fuel scarcity, Buhari is the Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria for the past 7.5 years. They have been the one in charge of importation of fuel and payment of subsidy on such importation for the past 7.5 years. But you see, this last 7-8 months, Nigerians have been going through the worst of the worst fuel scarcity, and then when they found this fuel, they are paying through their noses. Their own major economy is taking a hit for that. Food inflation and all that. But majority of them, they don't even have the liver to call on their Minister of Petroleum, who also doubled as their president. So fuel scarcity in the last, the last 4 months or 3 months before their elections suddenly became the responsibility of some people who just want to make APC look bad or to make APC lose election. So everybody started looking for the some people. Who are the some people who decided to suffer us like this? And who are the some people? But they are actually the people. It's them. Then they said they were changing your currency, your naira. That one hasn't even finished by now. You are still suffering that as we speak. But when election was almost 2 months or a month, suddenly some people are hoarding the naira. Not the government of Nigeria, not the president of Nigeria that boldly said all these scarcities are intentional. It is for them to stop those who stole money and stockpile them. But a month to election, suddenly, the people that is behind the whole shortages started shouting. Some people are trying to make me lose election. They are hiding fuel. They are hiding naira to make me look bad. And some people believed him. That's how messed up Nigeria is. Very, very messed up. So, in the last 2 weeks, the Tinubu people, they have been going mad, paranoia and all that. Why? Because the people they told to go to court, they are now in court. And they are now talking about their case, right? Something that Tinubu and co said can cause problem in Nigeria. Ogbeni, now you win 8.9 million. That's huge, even though it's patry. But that's huge. If 8.9 million people truly voted for you, your mind should be at peace or at rest. The worst case scenario, there are those that should come out genuinely. Don't pay people to come out and say, and begin to speak like this guy.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today.
You won't have to pay them to do all this. They won't have to go out every day to try to convince the world that you won. They won't even have to go out. Can you believe it? They went out to campaign, to protest that Nigerians must stop protesting about the elections. Like they went out to protest, right? A protest to stop Nigerians from protesting about the election. You won't have to. Like naturally, you won't have to pay people on social media to be attacking people, abusing, and then threatening people. No, you won't have to. You won. But the man himself, we don't even know where he is right now. The 8.9 million people that they said voted for him, they don't even know where he is right now. So, do you actually get what I'm trying, where I'm getting, where I'm getting at now, where I'm actually taking you to? Do you get that? DSS say the government, the interim national government that you have been hearing about, that it is real And some people are trying to do that to cause problems in Nigeria. And this is just 2 weeks after fraudsters Otoboke Yamo for Food Kayode, Dele Alakori, as well as Ezibida Bayo Nonuga were rolling out and doling out different threats. Tribal threats, ethnic threats, incitement here and there. Then they will quickly switch off and say, hey, DSS, come and see these people. They want to cause problem in Nigeria. We will deal with them. Their days are numbered. But DSS, can you please come now? After 2 weeks, DSS came out to warn everybody. All of you writing nonsense, fake news about the president-elect. Omokilon Shele now. What in concern FBI with Democrat at Republican? It shouldn't be their business, except something is done wrong, isn't it? They started threatening us. All of you, we are watching you. We see you. We see you everywhere. About waiting now. What you won't do us? Because of Kalu. Then 2 weeks after that, or a few days after the first threats, they just came out to say, interim national government, a government that will be temporary, is real. And it is some people, again, some people are the ones planning it. Meanwhile, this is DSS, so this is not the IKG blog, yo. This is not Instagram blog, yo. Abi gist lover. This is Nigeria Dokpemu secret service, Abi Dokpemu stupid service. DSS, State Secret Service. So the people that are supposed to detect crime before they happen at all. Sure, you get intelligence gathering. Some people outside the election, outside courts, they are plotting interim national government. How are they going to do that? Sure, are they going to use military to chase Buhari away and put a national interim government there? How? Sure, you get where I'm getting at now. Now, them they plan now because they are the only people who have the capacity. If not, DSS will not come and tell us that some people are planning to overthrow government or to put an interim government in Nigeria to stop Tinubu. 2 days ago, Tinubu said some people are trying to stop his inauguration. Now, let me make it easier for you. For some of you who don't know how dog whistle work, this is dog whistle, okay? What they are doing or what they plan to do, all they have to do is to accuse just unknown people of it. You can begin to, once they say some people are planning government of national interim government, you can begin to say, I don't trust Atiku. You see that Atiku, that Atiku, I don't trust them. If he be an Atiku, if he do them, some will say, no. You see that Obasanjo and Obi. You see Obasanjo never talk all this while. Obasanjo is working with CIA. So CIA is working with America. America is working with China. China is working with this other. They will conjure all this. They don't have to tell you anything. Meanwhile, their job, okay, is not to be blog. Their job is actually security. Sure, you get. If DSS say, for example, if they say they are looking for Badero Olushola, sure, you get. They cannot be looking for Badero Olushola because of hearsay. Normally, they cannot be looking for me because of, we heard this. As a security agent like that, secret agent, even if they have to go undercover, when they have all their evidence, once they say we have all the evidence against this guy, that's when you go public. In fact, when you go public, you go on an arrest. What do? Once you have all your evidence, you approach a court. The court will now give you the search warrant and arrest warrant. Now, you can then take these two warrants. You know you have your evidence, so this person cannot escape. Then you approach them. and you arrest them. So that by the time you arrest them, breaking news, that Elenu Jawaya, Glasgow-based Mayegun, he has been arrested by DSS. What did Mayegun do? This country. So DSS will now come out and they will now present a detailed investigation to the point of arrest. Even you watching, you'll be like, I don't know, say this Mayegun like this, Sha. I must see evidence. So, hey, see investigation. But in Nigeria, DSS, Dokwemu stupid service that work for politicians, they don't prevent terrorists from striking. No, they don't prevent terror before they happen. No. They are on social media. They are looking for who is bullying politicians. Citizens that are bullying politicians. For example, me, as I be like this, the almighty drug dealer, Kolu Tifnumbu, when DSS, if DSS want to take me now, okay, they will say, we have been watching you for the past 5 years. We can see that you are enemy of Nigeria. I'm not enemy of Nigeria. They are the enemies, so they are your enemies. They are those behind all your problems, okay? But me talking about it, I become a problem. Now, before you know it, the day the DSS will now parade Mayegun. Mayegun where they Scotland, okay? The only gun I have seen in my life, or touch in my life, na Shakabula. You know all those Shakabula that you have to put to Ibon. When you put the the gunpowder, you have to set it and all of that like that, and then you have to get ready. Aim. You must not be too far from your aim. Everywhere. Smoke. Then you have to wait for the gun to cool down before you put gunpowder again, and you begin to do it again. Then you will see DSS, they will parade Mayegun, handcuff. You will see Karashikanov. You go see AK-47. You will see walkie-talkie. You will see money. You will see jazz. You will see everything. You will see metal cutter. And then you see some other people where they don't beat their face black. They go say I be their leader. That they have done investigation. That you see that Mayegun, when he was in the UK, he was funding terror in Nigeria. Look at all these boys. They were his boys. We arrested them. They were trying to kidnap governors, to kidnap politicians. Shamelessly, they will put me on screen, on TV. And then you will see those ones, they will say, he's our leader. He sent us to training. He sent me to 5 of us. He sent us, he paid for our training in Benin Republic, where we learn how to shoot. So we built a camp. He gave us money. No more. You go see bank transfer. You will see money. They will say, Namayegun, they give them. And guess what? I knew it. The Oponu Nigerians, it is like a theater. Not fighting security, it's not fighting insecurity, not preventing crime, just working according to the dictate of their criminal politicians who are now using Nigerian security to frame their citizens, just to put them away, just frame them on anything. No matter how ridiculous it looks, no matter how ridiculous it sounds, you will see the Nigerians, our Labosi. I knew it. I said Nigeria should do something about this Mayegun. He is a big enemy. I knew it. This guy, I knew that he's been the one funding terror in Yoruba land, and he's been shouting Fulani, Fulani this, Fulani that. I knew it. You know, they go don't beat me like beat my face anyhow. They won't let me talk. So I will just be like, the media will come. Sorry, what is your name? My name is Badero Lushola. Sorry, are you a terrorist? Do you know these people? No, I don't know them. I don't know anybody. Say, but have you been, all ridiculous questions that will actually put you as guilty? Now that is done. Now for them to now prove all of the guns, the guns, the bullets, the jassy, the money, everything they said Mayegun is involved in, to now prove it in court, Bere, they will be asking for adjournment. Because the intention is not to prosecute crime. It's not to stop crime. Their job is to persecute the citizens that they think poses a big threat to their fraudulent contraption. Social media is their number one enemy, in case if you don't know. And that is why, because they are so archaic, they are so old-timer, like kind of, they are still playing the old trick. Some people are planning to install interim government in Nigeria. Who are those people who have the capacity other than APC? Egbe. Now, let me tell you where that is coming from. So part of what people said is giving APC concern. First, I remember telling you that I am somebody who knows their system very well. So I don't have any expectation from them. There are many of you who have actually invested so much in all of this with the hope and expectation that you could probably turn the tide, change the course of history, and possibly revive Nigeria. I am somebody who has been very pessimistic about that, and I have not hidden that. I've given proofs why I don't believe it is possible. It is impossible. Well, impossible itself is, according to some motivational speakers, don't ever say it is impossible, my brother. Do you know that the word impossible can be splitted into two, and it can be possible. I am possible, possible, impossible. Our motivational speaker, but to me, I am not a motivational speaker. I am. Hang on, I need to fix this, okay? That blinking is terrible, right? So I'm not a motivational speaker, but I do tell my friends, all of you across the aisle, that be careful on what you hope for in Nigeria. And if you have to, manage your expectation. Sorry, this is annoying, isn't it? Give me a sec, I'll be back.
Òun wá sọ fún ọ pé ẹ wá kó gbogbo búrẹ́dì ẹ kó kúrò nílùú ní kàmpéènì bá ẹ wá kó gbogbo kerosene ẹ dẹ̀ kó kúrò nílùú wọn ní ti sọ wá ní abúrakadàtì ó ní tẹ ẹ bá dẹ̀ kó gbogbo ẹ a máa wọlé a máa dìbò a máa láì sọ lọ́hùn. wọ́n lànà bùrọ̀ wọn nà kọ́ ìṣe é. Ọlọ́run wá ní yín ni.
ṣé Yorùbá náà wọ́n sọ ń lù ú.
Èèbó ló fi sọ mo translate ẹ ní.
Tọ́ba káwọ́ bá fi gbọ́ yìí.
Ó ti yé mi sẹ́rí èèbó ló fi sọ. Èmi wá translate ó ní ẹ wá mú gbogbo kerosene ẹ kó kúrò lẹ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ kó gbogbo bread ẹ kó kúrò lẹ̀ gbogbo jerrycan tá a máa fi repo ẹ kó pamọ́ a máa dìbò àwọn wèrè kan wá gbé àwọn máa wọlé jẹ́lẹ́rì ìyá yìí náà lẹ́ wọlé. wọ́n lànà bùrù wọn nà kó bí ṣe
ẹ káròyìn ẹ máa káròyìn gan.
àfọwọ́ wàzàm ẹni tí ń sọ orú ọ̀rọ̀ báwọn jáde ó ti dájú pé àwọn ni wọ́n jọ da Nàìjíríà rú àwọn ni wọ́n bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́ àwọn ni wọ́n dojú Nàìjíríà dédé bí ó dé yìí àwọn wọ́n dá fìtínà yìí lẹ̀ fún wa wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ti mọ̀ báwọn ṣe tó àwọn ti mọ̀ báwọn ti tún dàrú àwọn ti mọ̀ jókà nísìlẹ̀ àwọn tó sọ pé inconclusive wọn èka tán.
kìí ṣe lédè tó ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ní.
àní ní Nàìjíríà yìí ẹ gbọ́ ni.
gbèrè ń gbọ́.
ẹ̀yà wọn náà ní ti Nàìjíríà yìí ẹ̀yà wọn abrakadati
ẹ̀yà wọn ni.
bàbá tó ń campaign bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí wọ́n tó 12 tó ń campaign lọ́wọ́ ní abrakadati ni.
èyí ṣe gbogbo wọn fẹ́ dìbò.
gbogbo wọn fẹ́ wọlé oyè kan lè yẹ bí 100 wà. wọ́n á gbé báwọn bá dìbò àwọn dẹ̀ máa wọlé gbogbo yòówù wọ́n ní kódà kẹ́ wá tàdá kẹ́ fi kọ̀ǹkan sára owó àmọ̀dáná ìwọ Ọlọ́run sátún wá jìyà kúnyà ni ọmọ Nàìjíríà ìdápẹ́jà wà náà tó bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ abúrakadàtì Ọlọ́run ti gbà wọ́n Ọlọ́run gbà wá náà lọ́wọ́ àwọn wọ̀nyí. wọ́n lọ́nà bùrù wọn náà kàn bí ṣe ìmìnà khawfi.
He don't pass last everybody go chop breakfast.
So, in order for you to understand parts and parcel of, let me say, the ingredients that are giving the vibe, that vibe of, can the court annul the presidential election in Nigeria for the first time? Then, if they annul election, what's going to happen? I mean, Atiku is there. Obi is there. So what's really going to happen in between that when Obi is so confident saying he won? I won. I have the proof. Which kind of problem is this? Which kind of confidence is this? Behind the scene, they were sending some countries' ambassadors. Remember this, oh? They were sending some countries' ambassadors to go and talk to Obi, especially Obi, right? To withdraw his case from court so that they can work something out. And that was when the rumor of government of national unity, where all of them, Sheu you get, Tinubu will give them chance to send people into that government so that they can form a government together. Then Tinubu, when that didn't work, see, this one is part of, the words on the streets, okay? It got to a stage whereby even all the Igbo politicians that publicly ridiculed Obi and rejected him in APC, in PDP, and all the places, behind the scenes, some of them even went to him as well. That Tinubu has promised them that if Obi can withdraw that case, they will have a way to discuss with Atiku. They are not worried about Atiku. Shey you get, now the same death could kill them. Reagan, that if they begin to shovel the real number, they say Tinubu no even reach third. Kwakwanso is also in court now. Kwakwanso is not saying he won, no, but Kwakwanso is saying that his number and the number from what they got from the field is more than what INEC gave him. And from the number they have, his number is more than what Tinubu scored. So he is also in court, right? And he is asking that the whole election should be cancelled and a new one should be done. Shey you get? But Kwakwanso, Showore, and Atiku, they are not receiving the same pressure that they are directing at Obi. I can confirm that. You don't need to believe me, okay? It doesn't really matter. But I've reported them in the past. For those who have been following, anyway. Oji Uzo Kalu, Soludo, Wike, so many others from that eastern Nigeria, that they should take the offer from Tinubu. That if Obi withdraw his case from court, that it will be a straight punch for an Igbo Senate president or a Southern Christian Senate president. But from what we heard, it all turned to the same deaf ears. I mean, like, no, thank you. Thank you very much. We are in court. We wait for the court. But the court can take years. I don't mind. I mean, why would you? I mean, it's going to distract Tinubu when he is sworn in. No, it's not going to be sworn in. What do you mean by it's not going to be sworn in? It's not going to be sworn in. That's all I can say. Like, where is this coming from? Now, this is behind the scene. But do you know something? As you are watching this video, there are already moves to stop Tinubu's inauguration legally. And according to them, the fear is this. What if a court just suddenly rule on the 27th of May and says the inauguration of Tinubu in 2 days' time is illegal? and should not take place. And suddenly, they began to look for another court that can lift that kind of a judgment that minute that could truncate his inauguration. What if that happens? So all these options are being put in, and like, how do we react? The other one is this: what if all these ongoing protests across Nigeria, some of them underreported right now, what if all the protests kind of escalate? Surprisingly, more people are now on the streets. And then there is breakdown of law and order, anarchy and all that. So military have to move in and begin to try to stop the people, and it keeps growing and keeps growing. At that point, there will be no talk of inauguration. So all of this are the possibility of things getting out of hand. But apart from that, they just seems to be very comfortable. You know why I said that? They know that the Tinubu is illegitimate. And a lot of all this effort is going to continue to make Tinubu illegitimate. That's going to hurt him internationally as a president of Nigeria. It's going to hurt Nigerians even more. And the whole country is going to go up in smoke when the whole kind of further sanction limitation keeps falling in. The country that is already at the verge of collapse, if it hasn't already collapsed. So you cannot in any way think it's going to be like a peaceful ride, knowing all you know. So what would they do? They are still going ahead with their inauguration plan. They are already, he's already appointed 25 people, and they call them the transitional group and all that. But let me show you a few things. On the streets, in Edo, this is what people are doing. It hasn't become big yet. Edo. That's Edo in Benin, right? And all of this have been going on for the past 8 days. I'm not joking. You see that of Abuja? It's been going on for the past 9 days. And they are all asking for something. Including, if you cannot annul this election and all that, or if it's too late for you, then we need a government of interim national government and all that. Oh, I'm coming. Let me show you another one.
Wait, why did they protest?
That's River State, right? And it's like on and on like that. Here is another one.
Although they force us to testify, we will not cost our country. No. Are we going to cost our country? No. Are we going to cost Zamfara State? No. Are we going to cost Lagos State? No. Are we going to cost INEC? No. We will cost Professor Mahmoud Yakub because he is not INEC. Yes. We saw some police people collude with some INEC staff and some coppers to snatch and steal ballot boxes. We will not cost the coppers, we will cost those individuals. Yes. We will not cost our police, we will cost those individuals. Yes. Because we are strong as our institutions. Yes. And so we make this clear, even here today, because we will not cost our country or stand by those who cost it. We will not steal from our country whatever treasures it possesses in dignity. We will hold to the promise of unity and faith and peace and progress. I will let the comrade to my right, or rather the comrade to my left, the woman to speak in 1 minute, and then to my right, as we draw the conclusion and make our submission to the ECOWAS today.
Great Nigerians! Great! Great Nigerians! Great! Why are we here today?
To demand our mandate.
Justice! Yes. We are here to ask Professor Mahmoud to step down as an honorable man, to step down, because he has actually gone there. He has made us a laughing stock all over the world. So he must suffer the consequences. Yes. We entrusted everything on him. This particular election, we have so much hope, but he has taken everything away from us. So we are here today to call on him to gently go back and resign and crawl back to his space and remain there. Is that why we are here? Yes. Is that what we are asking for? Yes. Right, Nigerians? Yes. Yes. We are not just Igbos here. We are not just Hausas here. We are not just Fulanis. We are not just Yorubas. We are Nigerians. Yes. And we are asking for the same thing. Yes. Sack Professor Mahmoud. Yes. Give us an interim government. Yes. Criminal. And restore our mandate. Yes. Thank you. Great.
We are welcoming our able Vice Chancellor back from my network.
So that's where I had the interim. Give us the interim national government. They were at the ECOWAS. Do you know that also there are other smart people who have been doing everything, right, to continue to maintain the outburst of the obedience? Do you know that? If it is left for them, they would have started the whole thing weeks ago. But there are those who have, according to them, APC is looking for something, like implicating, so that they can just take Peter Obi and that is vice and lock them away. I don't know how their theory works. There are those who believe that, like, no, not yet. Stay in that court. But there are others that are just not like, you know what? Okay, yeah, fine. Stay in the court. For us, it's going to be everyday protest. Like I said, underreported. But it's real. It's happening, right? Now I'll take you somewhere else. In Lagos, where we saw the brutalization. Hang on, before we go to Lagos. Do you know there is what they call the class action against all of the 177,000 or so electoral officers that participated in the 2023 elections, right? Some Nigerians have put resources together to institute a class action. So a class criminal action is that it's going to be like a criminal indictment on all of them, right? I don't know what's the detail, okay? I think they're asking that some of them should be jailed and some of them should be banned from participating in the election and all of that in the future. Class action, no, on top this election in Nigeria. Now, in Lagos, yeah, you all know what happened in Lagos, that even kind of has contributed to the division that we are witnessing today all over Nigeria. Sheu, you get, especially the target, and then the targeting of the Igbos, their businesses, their homes in Lagos since this election charade started. But you remember that before their elections, right? Badebo, that Labour Party guy in Lagos, GRV, they went to court and they secured a court judgment, a court order that said INEC, right, conducting the election in Lagos, they must abide by their own rules, their own electoral rules, right? And they must use beavers and at the same time transmit. They have to post election results at the polling unit. Excuse me. Post it at the polling unit and transmit same through the beavers. You know that judgment. And they said any election conducted in Lagos State that is contrary to all of that is null and void. So while a day, but again, don't raise your hope. Tinubu controls the most part of judiciary, and it didn't start today. Here you get, but we'll get to that part. So now, election in Lagos happened. The Agberos and the rest of them, they follow their leader. They want war, not peace. Jagunlabi with his Legida. I mean, Legida or Legida. Legida, man, in Ijebu, we call it Legida. Legida. You call it cutlass. Anyway, we call it Legida. Now, that big cutlass is photoshopped. It's not real, okay? So don't suffocate there. It's not real, all right? It's a Photoshop. However, it doesn't have to hold a cutlass for you to know what he represents. He doesn't want peace. He wants war. He's a man of war, right? So after the whole nonsense, the death and all of that, I woke up this morning, right? I woke up this morning and I was like, I just saw these guys in Lagos. The drivers, they are drivers, what do you call them? Conductor, bus drivers, commercial bus drivers, conductors, MC Mado. Lagos State bus drivers and conductors that protested today, they said they pay 13,500 naira every day into the purse of MC Olueron and his boys. Ogun owo niyen now. That one are like that will be like money ritual. Maybe you just sit down like this. And more than 100,000 people are going to contribute 13,500 naira. 13,500 naira for you every day. Because they are tired. Now we vote for them. Now we vote for them. We are so tired. Mind you, that picture I showed earlier. You see this picture? That is the son. The son of the DSS. The person that is a DSS director. His son or his sons are the ones sitting with Kolu. Look at Kolu to your long. It was long. It was long. Tani Nigeria share. Look at Kolu. Somebody that people should be doing this with. You should be going to the old people's home to go and take picture with him and say, I took picture with that Kolu. And say, like, so that people can be seeing how much of he's an old man that should be resting, right? They say, but he's a greedy, selfish criminal, by the way, and a drug lord, so you know. And because of him, Nigeria is about to be tagged a narco state. And all Nigerians are going to be tagged narco citizens. You would have to fight that. Nigeria will have to spend a lot of money on propaganda, image laundering, PR for Kolu. Most of you are not prepared. Even the Lagos Agbero. They are threatening everybody and forced all the drivers and forced all the conductors to go and vote for Tinubu. It never even long. Well, I don't start. Those are the ones from Agbado area in Lagos. Oh, they are not making our life too much. I mean, they are not making our life early. No, Oshodi is not troubling us. So it is the Agbado people, you know, that's their own version, Abi. Here is another one. They were complaining that the agberos, the touts, extorting money from them, that they are tired, they are working, they can't feed well, they can't take care of their family. Some of them said they are only eating rice with palm oil because they can't afford to eat good meal. Every morning they make, they have to give them to the agberos. But you know something, right? This is 2023, right? Even those you called bus driver, Agbero, and everybody, they are all on social media. That's how powerful social media is. And that is why Nigerian politicians, the Nigerian government, and the rest of them, they hate the social media with passion. They want it gone. Gone. Don't have access to it. Because you don't have to go through any media editorial before you share your story. See them all. As they were protesting, excuse me, and streaming it live on Instagram, on TikTok, guess those who were joining them? MC Oluemo, Koko Saria, Kunle Poli, and all those leader of the Agberos in Lagos. They were watching the drivers and the bus conductors protesting the suffering, the hardship that they have been subjected to in Lagos. That's the irony, Abi. Wait for another one. Now we vote for them. Oh, they have started shooting them at us. So Agbero now controlling police. We are the legit drivers and conductors. The extortionist Agbero. Because we came out, they have sent police to us, so they have sent... Listen to this.
Watching you, bro. When you think about the wall, I want to lag.
Àwọn aládìbò mú wọn wọ́n gbé lọ wọn làbọ̀ tàṣà abẹ́nibọ̀dì jà látàárọ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ tẹ̀lé mi látàárọ̀ ṣẹ́ lẹ́gbẹ́ abẹ́nibọ̀dì jà wọ́n ti yìnbọn bí o.
Àjà látàárọ̀ wọ́n lọ kó bọ̀ wá ni o wọ́n lọ kó bọ̀ wá làbí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Wọ́n ti gbé bọ̀ wá o.
Wọ́n kó bọ̀ wá làbí lẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Wọ́n ti lọ kó bọ̀ wá o. Àmú kankan dání bí o àmú ẹ̀bùn kankan dání o. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn o.
Wọ́n ti yìnbọn ti pa wá o. Wọ́n ṣàánú wá o. Wọ́n yìnbọn fún wá o. Àwọn àgbèrò ti lápálápá wá wọ́n yìnbọn o. Wọ́n ní bàbá yìnbọn o.
Filẹ̀ ni filẹ̀. Jákòó ṣe lávideo filẹ̀. Èyàn ṣe fídíò wà mí lákìá o. Ẹ ṣe fídíò lávideo lèmi náà wà lávideo lèmi náà wà. Ẹ wo bí lávideo lèmi náà wà lórí TikTok lávideo mo wà. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn fún wa o. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ẹ̀sìn ló wá yìnbọn bí o. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá alákòókò ẹ bá ṣe fídíò kó dọ́dọ̀ àwọn ìjọba o. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn bí o. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn bí o. Láfi àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà látàárọ̀ o. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn ogún sí ìbọn padà dá o. Àjẹ́ kí mọ́tò kọjá tẹ̀lé o. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn láì fídíò. Ẹ bá ṣe láfi àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà o. Àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà látàárọ̀ o. Àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà o. Àjàyí bá látàárọ̀ àbẹ́nibọ̀ ìjà o. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn bí o. Station ni mo lọ mo ń sọ station. a report. Ajá bí Simon lọ ibẹ̀ lọ ti wá yìnbọn. Ibẹ̀ lọ ti wá yìnbọn. Wọ́n ti pààyàn o. Wọ́n ti pààyàn gan. Bí Simon lọ ibẹ̀ lọ ti wá yìnbọn wọ́n bọ́ wa o. Àbẹ́ni mo jẹ́ látàrí ẹ bá ṣe láìpù yìí o. Ẹ bá ṣe láìpù kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ anybody o. Àbẹ́ni.
Pẹ̀lẹ́jàre ọmọ ọ̀yá, àwa la dìbò fún wọn o. Now we voted for them o. They have started shooting at us o. Hey, please help us share this video. Help us o. We voted for them. Now they are shooting at us o. The Alagbado policemen, they are the one who came. They said they are now the one in power. Once Ashiwaju becomes the president, they will show all of us. Agberos went to go and bring police, and the police are shooting us. So they have killed some of us. So that's what you are hearing in that video. Election that they did about 8 days ago, maybe 9 days ago, that they shut down the whole Lagos for Sanwo-Iku. And Sanwo-Iku is just kind of answering his name. Iku lotri, Iku losi. They can pretend not to be victims, You will scream out, everybody go collect. Ask Pastor Ruga, say last, and everybody go chop breakfast.
He don't cast, last, everybody go chop breakfast. He don't cast, last, everybody go chop breakfast.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you.
Amen. So if what do you call that? I think I have another one where before they started shooting them. Do you mind? Let me show you. Take a look.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Today, I want to declare without equivocation.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Mbazo Yorùbá. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lù yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyí gbogbo ṣe sọ. Sẹ́yìn ìlú lé. Fún alówó wa anówó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà ẹ sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó.
Sorry, bro. And the man behind all of this, the president-elect, the people that said it is about capacity, or what else were they using then? Experience. It is not about religion. Suddenly, they are now looking for a Christian Senate president, and possibly from Eastern Nigeria. So the Igbos are now saying, we are not mature for Senate president to we that are still, we are just putting together all the building material to build bridge. Until Igbos build bridge, don't give us anything about Nigeria anymore. In fact, don't worry. Make a Muslim. Let everything be Muslim. It's not about religion anymore. Baba, the people that are gaslighting us when we said making your Muslim ticket with your insensitivity is going to further divide Nigeria, pit Nigeria against themselves. They went ahead anyway. Then they blame other people for religious division. Suddenly, for the balance, they now need a Christian. Since Bajabia Mole, Bajabia Moron, since he is now a Muslim, Alaji Bajabia Mole, and he is going to be Speaker Abi. So, President, Muslim, Vice President, Muslim, Senate President, Muslim. And in fact, don't come to the south. Don't come to this. You can give it to somebody from Lagos, Southwest, or give it to somebody from Zamfara, Northwest, or give it to somebody from Kano. It doesn't matter. The Igbos are saying that you won't believe it. So now you care that there must be Christian in it. It's Yahweh. That's what people are saying, No, it's all right. For example, this thief, you know him, is from Zamfara. And he's presenting his case. Listen, this is about competence, and blah, blah. And according to my own Igbo brothers that I've heard from, I say, give it to them in Zamfara. It don't matter. But it's not going to balance. Balance waiting. Give it to them in Zamfara. Let it go to Zamfara and be Senate President. Zamfara. President, Lagos. Speaker, Lagos. Senate President, Zamfara. Vice President, Borono. It no matter Koshidanu. Listen to him. He's proving his case here. Even the man himself is nowhere to be seen. Oji Uzo Kalu says, but look at this Yari. Listen, I'm sorry if it's going to be boring. I just wanted to hear him kind of argue it out. Talk about some badadash, okay? And in the in-between, you will get to see that Nigeria for what it is. Listen to him.
The election has gone. Gone. And the same zone demonstrated the same what they are doing until it took the lead in terms of producing bots to our now president-elect and to our party, despite the fact that some other people are thinking others about it. We have done our best, despite the challenges. Now, as the leader opened, that we have president from the southwest, we have the president from the northeast, and the northwest is waiting. What do you think is going to happen there? You are the third president. We are looking for how we are going to lay a foundation for 2027. And that's the truth. Of course, God has lives, and He decides what to be done, but it's not to plan. Not to plan, it's plan to pay. We are from here. After winning the election, we are planning for 2027. And that's true of it. So therefore, how are you going to do the planning? We are proud of giving over 2.7 million votes. Northwest, without the president, without the vice president, with nothing. We took the lead. Yes. So I'll be surprised for anyone from part of this country to start seeing otherwise. No, if you're not playing politics, you are playing other games. Yes. And that cannot be played. Yes. So therefore, I'm saying very clear that the position of the Northwest leaders, the Senate President no compromise. From the Northwest. Yes. Because we did it, is the number you're talking about, and we have the number. Yes. We never undermine APC, we never undermine Tinubu, and the result shows clearly that. The Northwest has given 2.7 million, Southwest give 2.2, Northeast where they had the vice president give 1.1, North Central give 1.6, Southeast give 127,000.1. North Central deep 1.6. South East deep 127,000. And then the South Side gives 779,000. So I don't know the game other people are talking about. I did not necessarily say must be, but that seat must go to Northwest if you want to have stability in the politics. If you want to have a stable administration and stable politics in place, you don't play with that place. And they are watching. Every day. We know what we have undergone. We made so many sacrifices. And because of what we have at our end, despite the campaign of colony against us, South, West, North, all those kind of talk. So, but we say no problem. And you know what have been one fund deserve another? These people from this end, they have done their best. Our man has been contesting since 2003, 2007, 2011. God in His infinite mercy did not allow it to happen until one other people comes to join us. That's why we made it. And we are proud to now pay them back what they did. And we're not regretting. That's why, despite all campaign against what they're talking about, we keep our foot on ground to ensure that we deliver the highest goals. Despite the fact that we don't have a president, we don't have a vice president, we don't have anyone, but we know we have a president that we can trust. Who is the president? A politician by excellence, who we believe he believed in democracy. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen leaders, I am from the Northwest. I am proud to be from the Northwest. And I believe we have never failed since the merger of APC to date. And we will never fail tomorrow. But we have to plan. Date. And we will never fail tomorrow. But we have to plan. So therefore, going out for campaigning, you campaign for the Northwest. I did not say it must be. But that zone must be paid. What we did, and we pay you. What do I say?
It is smoky Igbo. It is taking Indian. It is smoky Igbo. It is taking Indian. It is smoky Igbo.
It is taking Indian hemp. But I hope you all listened word for word what he was saying. Oh, we have to get ourselves ready for 2027. Really? So Tinubu is not going to use 8 years again? Again, 20, Abi? Oh dear. Anyway, talking about Were Wiki, it's pretty much like a different ball game or a different story, okay? Because this same Senate president or no Senate president, who's going to be Senate president? Oh, who should be? It should be a Christian from the South. And somehow, people were already pinning down or penciling down Devulumai of Ebonyi. Oh, David or Dave. Devulumai has paid all of the demand they've made of him, and he's even overpaid, including with the lives of his own people in Ebonyi State, just to prove loyalty. Now, there is one emperor that you probably will need his blessing, even if you have to, I mean, in this new emerging sort of power block in Nigeria. Just let's imagine that, okay? Because there's already us trading right now. Who is going to get what? Lobbying here and there, doing all of that thing, even though they know that it's a stolen, illegitimate mandate. No, who gives a damn? They don't give a fuck. Sure, you get? They don't. until when something changes, and then everybody will switch again. Devulumayi, the governor of Ebonyi, has a story. Like, no matter how ambitious he is, there is one Orisha, I think we call it Orisha, or one deity, or somebody who has made himself a deity. I'm talking about Werewike. He said, since they penciled him down for Senate presidency a while back, in fact, it was promised that he was going to succeed Buhari, because Buhari was going to make an Igbo man the president of Nigeria. So Devulumayi, like somebody they gave a Naira better code, and he started spending everything he has. Started probably just, if those things that he couldn't finish and spend in time, he started burning them down. Because it's a matter of time, he's going to have all of this back in tenfolds. That's Devulumayi. He was going mad in Ebonyi. He became a dictator. He became a murderer. He became an intolerant rogue, a little Hitler. All to impress Buhari. Then something happened. Amodajon Golere, Igbin Ragbiji, Tinubu, the Jaga bandit, the Jaga addict, the Ashiwaju Awon Wiri, stole everything. He stole INEC. Imagine you stealing INEC, stealing Nigerian police, stealing everything that could probably should have been neutral. That's how the dream of Devulumayi of becoming president, the first elected Igbo president in Nigeria, that was when the dream died. And another dream started. To be a senator and be a Senate president. He's paid his dues. He's done all he has to do. Why can't he get it? A lot of Igbos were turned, like, he believed that a lot of Igbos, and especially young Igbos, turned against him simply because of his loyalty to APC. He even decamped to APC from PDP to prove that, what else do you want me to do? Okay, if I become senator, if I become president, if I become a senator, would you make me Senate president? And then he turned himself to boy to geriatric Tinubu. Old man, very, very senile and old man. And they started, he's the energetic. I didn't know that Tinubu is that healthy. He's so energetic. He can work from day to night. Devulumayi started praising a drug baron because he wants to be Senate president. But the day he decamped to APC, only one devil followed him, that Iwo Onukure. And that devil, stronger, his name is Werewike. Now, this is a story from me. So if within few months after Devulumayi decamped to APC, from nowhere, Devulumayi should be removed as governor of Ebonyi. Which court gave that one? Umayi started running elter. They said, you better go and beg him. It's Wike. It is Wike. You will become a former governor now. Even APC will reject you. Nobody will touch you again. If you go to Supreme Court, Wike, they lose. I don't know many of you if you know that. Wike has strong hold on that Supreme Court. A lot of people are wondering how he's been able to do all that. Nigeria is Bajegon. Nigeria was gone. My brother.
Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair. Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair.
Fair. So unfair. So unfair. They say court is the last hope of man, not where the people like Werewike and co, where they exist. Devulumayi had to go and beg Werewike, John to the alone. Jojo, my brother, please. I'm sorry. Jojo, now. He said it himself. Now they are talking about Senate presidency. Alaye quickly when they say, we have to talk to our president-elect to make sure that they give Wike something. Because Wike really tried for us. Now, Layo, the guy is trying to massage Wike's ego. Because they have heard the deal he got with Tinubu. And if everything goes well, and they smuggle Tinubu in, no matter how illegitimate it is, right? Some believe that Werewike would have a bit of influence there. However, Devil Umahi was in Rivers State, using the opportunity to say, our elected Senate, our elected president must give you a job. After this one, I didn't say it. It was the devil himself.
Asiwaju and Shetima's victory is beyond, what the ordinary eyes we see. I look at this as the act of God. First, look at the campaign of the G3 governors. The Cross Rivers, Zamfara and Ebonyi. That's the stepping stone. Of course, Governor Wike fought us very, very badly. And when the APC people say, why are you supporting Wike? I said, what did you do when Wike removed me in the first court as governor of Ebonyi State? You want me to come and fight again? I choose my fight. I say I will not fight the man again. But the truth is that if anybody thinks he can win Governor Wike in Rivers State, that is joke taken too far. And I'm very bold to say that. Just like what he has done here, what the modest achievement we did in Ebonyi, and you say that you can win me in Ebonyi. It's a joke taken so far. Look at the process of God. Asiwaju was very courageous and Shetima and made themselves available. God, directly and indirectly, made Governor Wike very much available. And so there is no way PC can conclude about the success of the election without mentioning Governor Wike. And they will be asking, Asiwaju Shetima to please bring Governor Wike to the core administration of the federal government. He has a lot to offer. He has a lot to offer for the unity of the country. And it's not all about
all classes. You know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF, double F. That is his name.
We have got the opportunity to serve again for additional 4 years. And Nigerians will know the difference. We have got
show the but with Wike himself, I don't think we should have somebody talk about Wike without Wike talking about himself. That would be very unfair. Let's hear from Wike himself. Today, a cutout. Listen to this.
Allow me to fulfill promises I've made in terms of delivery of projects. And I can say with good authority, I have fulfilled the promises I have made. So I can go home proud. And all of you who are from Accra, you should go home and be proud that your son did not embarrass you. Go home and be proud that your son did not disappoint you. So we're happy. And that is why I said my last day of commissioning will be midnight of May 28, 2023. We'll continue to commission projects. Next week, we are going to commission the Mboba flyover. So that is already by the end of April, we are commissioning the Rumokuta flyover. So we can have this decongestion of the traffic. I hope all of you who have suffered these inconveniences, you can now see why it is necessary that we try to create this network of roads in order to ease off businesses. I know you may have suffered inconveniences, but again, it's worthwhile that you have suffered, and at the end of the day, we have delivered. No project will be abandoned. And I pray that the support you are giving to me, you will also give more support to the incoming governor. and his deputy. I know they will consolidate and continue wherever we have stopped. Last time I came here, I made 2 promises. One is to donate for the building of Ezohapa. I want to say that this afternoon we have fulfilled our promise of the 200 million naira. The last one is what I promised for our late leader, Senator Dr. Obiwai. So let me say that tomorrow morning I'll be meeting with the family, and then we'll discuss on the way forward, whether we should do it by ourselves or you do it by yourself. It is you that will determine what you want. I don't want anybody to say, no, he has children who have capacity. I don't want this attitude, oh, no. If the money is their business, if you don't want to elevate the status of the family, just continue. And people will ask you questions when they have her. So don't bother. If they want to do it, they should do it. But I think it's better for them to also have the experience and let them give them that assignment and see whether they can carry it out or not. So I want to go home well fulfilled that every promise I made here last time I came, that I fulfilled the promises. And you too continue to support our own PDP here. Our own PDP. I said so, I know my colleague may not be happy, but sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. Because I believe that we should have strong leadership. I can't support people whose interest is only to amass money. I can't support people where we did congresses and then raise about 12.5 billion naira within 2 months' time, the money is gone. As somebody has not stayed in office for 1 year, is building university. I won't support that. I won't. And that's why I support that. That bloody criminal must leave the office if we want PDP to be strengthened. I owe no apologies to anybody. I have said before, this is the final fight we will fight. And we are going to win this fight. And let me on this.
Fight. You made so much money. He started building university for being a chairman of PDP under 1 year. These people mad though. Money for forms, governorship, presidential form, all of this money. And then the money, the money he collected, selling Wiki, according to Wiki, he collected over 2 billion naira to sell him. So, PDP, because he's now former PDP chairman, all the money they made from selling election forms, they don't share them. And the money is gone, right? I mean, it's crazy, right? I want to stretch my body. Then I want to talk about this issue of money, party, and the rest, because there's something about the obedient that has been making waves in the last few days. I don't know if you are following them. I follow a lot of them. Sure, you get. I follow them and I see all their discussions. I say that all the time. Right. It's about Imo State. Okay. So in Imo State, they are having an election in November this year. So because the Obedient and Labour Party are the hot cake, especially now with the achievement they had in the southern part of Nigeria, especially eastern Nigeria. Suddenly, they said the form to buy a governorship form of Labour Party is 25 million. Governorship, 25 million. Yes, now. Anybody that wants to be governor must be somebody who has money now. So that you don't go there later. You will not see the money of the state and you will just faint. Imagine somebody will never see 5 million and you make him a governor and he's seeing 50 billion, 30 billion. He may just faint. So we need somebody with money. Really? So the Obedient didn't take that lightly. No. Consider they tear their own people. Consider they are tearing their own supposed leaders. If that's all of them, they mad. If that's all of them, they crazy for that labor, abi. If that's all they mental, abi. You want to use us and they use us to cash out. Like Joko. Even Obi started begging. I beg Gomo will not do something. How could you do that? How could you know what I mean? But I'm coming. I won't stretch my body. Don't go anywhere.
Only the branga in Hawaii. Only the branga in Hawaii. I'm a leader, why we don't go with them? I'm a leader, why we don't go with them? I'm a leader, why we don't go with them? I'm a leader, why we don't go with them? I'm a leader, why we don't go with them? Some people think say you can do juju. Is this a joke? They will never go free. Them they born face so. Oh yeah, them they born face for. Easy body, you're so wicked, they walk. You know, as I'm watching on television now, they paint them. That is all. And they sweet there. When they see me appear like this, they paint them. And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. I see they paint them, they sweet us. I see they paint us, they paint. When you say, I see they paint them, they sweet us. I see they sweet us, they go they paint. I see they paint them, they sweet us. Face me like face you. Every morning, every afternoon, every night, weekend, every day, weekend. Weekend is not important. Why are you worried? Weekend is not important. Why are you worried? Allow weekend to rest. A big man, a big man, a big man, a big.
Anyway, as I was saying, you know what happened? Hang on. Right, so that it doesn't put me on the side. It's so ridiculous when I look at my videos after and I'm just like on this corner and I'm like, how could you all not tell me? Mayegu, move to the center. And I'll just be like this for like about 20 minutes. And everybody just sit down there like, yes, Mayegu, thank you so much. Well done, Mayegu. And I'm just at the right of, I'm almost off the screen. And I'm like, why didn't people say, Mayegu, move to the center? Anyway, so what happened is that this last few days, yeah, suddenly I just said that people are showing interest. They want to be governor of Imo State to contest against the Oplesus Odijo of Imo, the Supreme Court governor of Imo. Really? And they started putting up some big names, PDP, this one and that. Right. And I was like, oh, then from nowhere, they said 25 million. 25 million. Kilo de inflation. They said inflation. The obedient didn't take it lightly. It started like, is this actually real? To Omo is real. Share this labor people. Are they mad? Don't talk like that. They are your leaders. See, as obedient, Labour Party leaders, they are leaders. So you don't talk. Abi Labour Which kind of nonsense is this? 25 million. Wala sha bere. Within 24 hours. I just saw them in Abuja. And they are doing press conference. Now, here is something I found kind of interesting. They said to themselves, right, that they kind of see themselves as the people Nigeria needs, especially Nigerians who kind of put their trust in that system, even though they got burnt. But for producing with that labor, right, the first time it's a group of people who came together in 10 months and they were able to produce 8 senators, right, 36 House of Rep lawmakers, and they are also able to produce 70 plus 2, now 72 state assembly seats across Nigeria. So they're not decamping to PDP, APC. That's going to be a sad betrayal. I mean, it's going to be a very terrible betrayal for the young people that got persecuted, attacked, even killed for saying they're obedient. So it's not going anywhere. But that's kind of impressive, right? Then this emo thing just came on. Yeah? And they said 25 million for governor. Why you know people tell her sell her for 50 million, 100 million? They won't worry. So no, don't talk like that. You need to explain yourself. All of you, these young people, you need to see when you don't like something, try and explain and say, well, we are not agreeing with this. That's how they do party things. I mean, Ogun won't kill you. Who they follow you do party thing? Eh? With they chase PDP, they chase APC, they toxic and corrupt. When I want on this use style, they use other stuff. They read all the comments. Then, while people were complaining, about 6 or so have already paid. And they've bought the forms. 6 people don't pay 25 million. Go and give them their money back, or else, may labor forget them. The obedient, they are so strong, right? That if they tell you that, do this, so if you don't do them, then whatever you see, you should take it. Papa, now people wait there, no big man, they're not. Now, supposedly that's going to say, we are making adjustments. Oh, we have done it. And guess what? Now, them the obedient, you can't amplify them. Yes, we have listening leaders. They enjoy that a lot. But you know something? One of the aspirants died. They said he's been suffering for a while. Medically, he's been in and out of hospitals for a while. But he still want to be governor. But this time around, right? He didn't make it. So he died. And guess what? Their party said, go and give him his money back. I said, no, they don't refund money like that. Now saw me, for King House in Yoruba land, they will say, if you are going to a king's house, they don't carry load for king's house. They carry load, you go bring load and drop. Sure you get. You don't leave a king's house and pack. No. Once your money enter the pocket of politicians, whether through the party or through individual, they come out again. People that you paid advance payments. Delegates, you pay them advance payments. That if you win, you balance them. And the result of election came out. You don't get one single vote, and you paid about 1,000 delegates. Half price, half money, so that once they delivered you balance them up. They are still going to come back and ask you how much is how far above our balance. That's how heartless and kind of it's such a messed up place, right? They will come and ask you for their balance. You didn't win, you didn't score one vote. You paid 1,000 people to vote for you. The result came out, you scored 0. The 1,000 people are going to come back and say, how far now our balance? You only paid us half. That's the kind of Nigeria that you have there, right? But this ones, they said they should go and give the money back to the family. 25 million. Go and give it back. We lost him. We can't keep his money. Right? And at the same time, we are sorry. 25 million is too ridiculous. Probably weren't thinking. Blah, 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 blah. Listen to this. It's a long one, Again, listen word for word. And they are saying they are coming back to take their mandate, and they are coming to do. And these are the things that Kolu doesn't like hearing. Like, why are you talking like this? Why are you saying that? You are coming back to the certificate of return must be returned. Now, my name then right on top of them. If I give you a certificate of return, they will write your name on it. So if they tell you to return it, they will just bin it. They will just dump it in the bin. They'll bring another plague and write somebody else's name on it. That's how they do it. But the level at which the obedience every day continue to remind Tinubu that you will return it in Jesus' name. Sure you get? Like the level at which they are saying it every day. Even those who are supporting Kolu, they are scared to celebrate their victory. I did my research. Okay, I'm not making this up. A lot of you will agree with me because you see them every day. You see all these things on social media, don't you? You are going to return it. Look at him. Look, that certificate of return. You will return it in just any suru now. If they return them, they don't feel use them again. Another one. You no matter, you go return them. If God Papa, calm down. Court will tell him to return. Papa, nisuru. You are threatening old man. You are intimidating him. He's scared. And that's why today, every conspiracy around this is like Tinubu will not be president. And that's worrisome for them. So if you don't think they are that kind of interesting and then influential, somebody said, the obedience, old and young, are people that Nigeria have taken everything from. These are the people who have identified as those Nigeria have taken everything from. So they've got nothing significance, nothing so barbara anymore that you can take away from them except their lives. Some actually feels like, well, once you take the life, anyway, that's the last thing. Anyway, so just but before you take it, you see that your what is a kumu in English? Boogie. That boogie. A boogie. Because I do tell my sons, I say my daughter that you need to go and clean your boogie. That's a kumu. Your left bogey will enter the right bogey from the way that from the side that you can't even define. Sure, you get. Now let's go to that Labour Party stuff again. Sorry, I keep distracting you. I want you to listen to this word for word, please.
Members here present, are distinguished senators elect, a House of Representative members select, ladies and gentlemen of the press. We have just concluded a meeting between the national leadership of our party and our senators and House of Rep members elect. It is pertinent for us to first appreciate all Nigerians for the support we have enjoyed during the presidential and governorship and House of Assembly elections. We want to say that we salute, we are very proud of the resilience of Nigerians who indeed wanted a change and the desire to take back their country. We seize this opportunity to appreciate them for their immense support. I also want to seize this opportunity to condole with the families of those who lost their lives because they wanted to carry out their civic duty and the right to choose a leader which they believe would be able to represent them. I also want to use this opportunity to wish all those who were brutalized, all those who were injured, all those who were shot and still in the hospital, quick and speedy recovery. I must say here categorically that our desire to take back the country, our desire to redeem the country from the shackles of poverty, shackles of hunger, shackles of unemployment, misery and poverty remain undaunted. We shall continue to pursue this cause on behalf of Nigerians, and we believe very strongly that a new Nigeria is still possible. We must also use this opportunity to make it very, very clear that the mandate that is freely given to us by the Nigerian people on the 25th of February this year, which was stolen, and all other mandates, either at the level of state governorship or at the level of state houses of assembly or the National Assembly, we are sure all our supporters that will go after all those who stole our mandate. We are not going to retrieve it. We are going to pursue them, retrieve the mandate, and take it over from them. We shall do this lawfully and legally. Today, we have very robust engagements with our distinguished senators-elect and our honorable House of Representative members. We appreciate the fact that we must continue to work together as a family. We appreciate the fact very strongly that Labour Party is a party for the people, a party for the downtrodden, and a lot of those that were elected on the platform of this party this time around rode on the support of our people. And therefore, we call this meeting today to reinforce this and for us to agree together that at every point in time, we must remember the magnanimity of the people by freely giving us their support and their mandate. We intend to make the difference as a party through our representative in the Senate and in the House of Representatives in terms of quality of representation, quality of the bills that will be presented, quality in terms of behavior, quality in terms of conduct, name it. Our members in the National Assembly will definitely make the difference. We have reviewed all the complaints about the high costs of nomination fees by the party in terms of the nomination fees for the governorship election in Imo, in Bayelsa, and the Kogi states. And following the strong intervention of our national leader and the presidential candidate of our party, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, we have reviewed downwards the nomination fees. I'm pleased to announce to you that the nomination fees has been reduced from 25 million to 15 million naira. We have always been a listening party. We believe that this party is prepared by the people. We believe that it is owned by the people. And therefore, for us, at the leadership of this party, we shall always ensure that the yearnings and aspirations of our people, the cries of our people, we will always listen. If we have criticized other political parties for not listening to the people, we cannot afford to play it the same way. I want to therefore assure members of the public, assure our party members, assure all Nigerians that we are ready to provide leadership by example. We don't just profess what we believe in.
See, Mr. Chairman, sometimes you can round it up with today. You want to state like
today I want to declare without equivocation. Today I want to declare without equivocation.
And we're gonna get it just like that. That works well because people will be like, anyway, it doesn't matter. But talking about the kind of people that the obedience produce. This woman, she's going to be a senator. If there is going to be any government, she will be a senator. And according to her, they actually want to be the example that you've been talking about or you've been reading about, but you've never experienced, according to her. Ireti?
I'm speaking for other Labour Party members. I know for certain I'm not defecting anywhere. I see Labour as a platform that we have started to build. We haven't gotten it to where we want it to go, but we're just starting. So we can use Labour to show that leadership can be different. Parties can be different. Where there's equity, people are egalitarian, those sorts of things. So I'm definitely not. And from the meetings we've been having, I think the other Labour Party people too, especially the National Assembly members, they are the ones I've been interacting with the most, are not defecting either.
To whom much is given, much is expected. For us in Labour Party, we are where we are today because of the people. I don't think we will shift. We will remain where we are. We will remain in Labour Party. Today, we remain Labour, and Labour shall we remain.
The meeting, which is attended by the leader of the party, Mr. Peter Obi, is aimed at fine-tuning the aspirations of the party ahead of the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly.
So he is, by all standards, now a block in the Nigeria political fabric now, or society. So you have to give that to them. I'm serious. It's real. Anyway, I am going to go now. So I have over 4,000 of us on YouTube. But there is something special about the people on YouTube. They you are always kind of picky, aren't you? I mean, how could you have 4,000 people and only just about 900 of us are able to check out and say, oh, I'm going to drop my offering? I'm sorry I'm reminding you last minute, but you can do it before you go, okay? I would have loved to take calls. But tomorrow, I am planning to have us a kind of people's parliament where we all have to come and share our mind, or speak our mind on camera. Thank you for sharing, for spending your evening with me. Wherever you read that there is a plan for interim national government, a plan for coup in Nigeria, or any alarm raised by APC, Egbekegbe, by Tinubu and gang, look at me very well. Majority of them are indirect messages to all of you of what they are doing, that they will accuse other people of. And if you pay attention very well, very, very well, it's not art. You will get to see them in the act doing exactly what they raise alarm about. So if there's going to be any interim government or coup in Nigeria, my number one suspect is going to be Buhari. My number two suspect is going to be Tinubu. If you disagree with me, seriously, go to court. I'm joking. I'll see you some other time, okay? Please don't leave without liking the broadcast. And you can leave with this praise on your mouth. Whatever the situation, thank God.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say.
Thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ kámọ̀ tó jódodo. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Máyégún dáyàrí politico. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni.
mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.